So Tim, tell the story about really where Standley started and how we evolved and came about as a company.
My grandfather started the company in 1934 after the Depression hit, and they let him go from West Texas fixing Dalton ad machines. And so he came to Chickasha and started cleaning typewriters off the back of his porch in order to make a living and feed his family.
It was Grandpa and Grandma and Uncle Jimmy, your dad, and my father, Don, in the company for all those years through the 60s. And then you joined in the 70s. Somewhere in there, you guys got into the office supply business in addition to what we were doing on the typewriters and ad machine side. And then plain paper copiers came along. Talk about that, really what kind of transformed the company.
In about 1975, Dad and Don were going to the National Office Machine Dealers Association in Minneapolis, St. Paul. And there we saw really what was the first plain paper copier outside of Xerox. And Howard Cochran, our friends at Eden Typewriter Company, talked us into looking at Savin copiers. It was a big decision, and we had lots of discussions over the Sunday table about taking on, if we were going to take on plain paper copiers or not. And we thought it was probably the future, and it was a huge decision.
Well, obviously it was the right decision. Looking back, you guys saw what the future was going to look like, and that was exciting. So in the 80s, you guys decided to start acquiring some companies and expanding right outside of just the Chickasha area. You know, I think as you and I would sit and dream, it was just that opportunity to, hey, we're going to expand to Tulsa, you know, and then we're going south to North Texas and just continuing on just really the legacy that grandfather started back in 1934.